We got 6 tips and tricks on how to make your first cylinder. Our first tip is the water we're going to use. We want this water to be cool. We don't want it to be warm or hot. Hot water tends to penetrate the clay wall and make your clay soggy faster. So some cool water will allow you more time to make your cylinder. So that's your tip 1. Tip 2, your posture. Get your seat as close as you can to your wheel, so that you can put your arm, brace your arm on your body and your hip, or at least, if you're too short, you can brace it on the wheel splash pan, but you need to be able to brace it on something so that when you're pushing on that clay, it doesn't move, okay? So your posture is important. You don't ever want your elbows up, you want your elbows down. The next one, we're gonna actually start centering the clay. We need a good foundation. So this good foundation starts with us using slow motions with our hands on and off. We're putting a lot of pressure on this. If I take my hands off it right now really quick, look at that. If I put it on there and I take it off slowly, it gives it time to find center. Same as when I'm pushing down. If I'm pushing down like that and I let go, I've got this womp, 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 womp. If I let go slowly, it evens out the top. So, always put your hands on the clay and take them off slowly. That's number 3. Number 4 has to do with things that happen while we're centering. So the first thing that can happen is, well, I call them volcanoes and mushrooms. Mushrooms happen when we're pushing down on this. If I push down on this and I don't use any exterior pressure, I start to form a mushroom. To avoid the mushroom, I'm going to put my hand on the top edge and I'm going to push it in like that. So I'm going to be pushing that in and down, tilt it. So I push it in and down while I'm pushing the top down. See that? No mushroom. Now, the next one happens usually when you go down a little too far and a little flat. So this is really flat. As I go to bring this up, it creates a volcano. I really like to call them volcanoes. I've literally seen students shut these all the way, then push down a little bit and watched it spray out of the top. So it is like a volcano. The cure for the volcano is really simple. If you start to make one, put your hands up on the top edge right here, and then you're just going to push it down and forward. Once the volcano's gone, I can then continue bringing that up. Okay, so bring it up. No mushroom. This right here will cure your volcano. It's called the gumdrop. If I turn that around and turn that into a gumdrop dome, now when I push on it, it won't volcano. See that? So if you come down and do a gumdrop instead of a flat patty, it'll cure the volcanoes. Gumdrop. Bringing that up. Pushing it down. Keeping my posture. Slow motions, hands on and hands off. And I'm going to open this up. You can use your thumbs, you can use your fingers. I use my thumb and my fingers. I just dig that down. Again, slow motions. Once you get to where you think you need to be, hold it. Drag that hole open slowly. It may look like I'm moving really fast. People that do this for a living know exactly what speed they can do. But first, you need to just practice moving just everything super slow. That way it all ends up even. All right. This next one, you want your hands to move together when you're pulling upward. So you're gonna put your hands like this, open them up, put them on there like that. See how my thumbs are touching? I want those thumbs to stay touching. So if I'm gonna, or they need to touch my hand somewhere. So I'm gonna be like this. I'm gonna push in with my outside hand and lift up. So tip number 5, put your hands together, open them up, put them there like that. Number 6 is pressure from the outside only. So your inside hand is your resistance, your outside hand is the pressure. So I'm gonna push in and lift up. I'm gonna push in and lift up. So I'm pushing in, I'm gonna lift up. Moving your hands slowly up the wall. That's our number 3, slow motions. Both hands are moving at the same rate, all the way up the cylinder. Fingers are opposite each other, look at them, see that? And they can do that because these hands are touching. This hand is touching that one, so it's always moving it at the same rate. There's your first cylinder. Now cylinders are important because they can become all sorts of things. This can become a pitcher, this can become a mug, this can become a vase. It's going to become a small vase.